Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Brick Night. I'm Angela, and today we're starting a brand new project. But you might notice we are, in fact, still in the Lego room. I actually got the table cleaned up enough where I can actually work here. Isn't that amazing? I'm so proud of myself. It didn't take that much effort, but it was some effort. And I'm glad it's done because it means that we can actually stream in the proper place where I want to stream Lego majority, and we're here. So let's go ahead and get started and talk about what we are streaming today. And just to make sure that I am live, I'm gonna just go double check on my page real quick to make sure I'm there. All right, Brick Night. Too many channels at this point. There we go. And yes, I am live. Wonderful. Hello, Lego Tours and Haveman. It's lovely to see you guys in chat. How are you guys doing? I feel like they've changed my dock for my chat, so I wasn't 100% sure if it was like connected properly. I think they like visually changed it, but it's good. You guys are there. I see us. Let's go ahead and continue to actually start what we're going to be starting today. Now, I have prepped. I was actually smart, and I prepped 2 Mills plates today. Good, and I sound great. Thank you for confirming that for me, Haveman. I really appreciate it. I always get concerned. So I have 2 Mills plates prepped for us today because Chaos Cultist and I have come to a conclusion on where we think we're going to actually put our Lego city. Because this room, unfortunately, does not have the full space for us to put the Lego city in here if we also want to be able to work in here, which I do want to be able to work in here. I don't want it to just be a display space. I want it to be a display space with a workspace in the center. So the Lego city, because we don't utilize our bedroom remotely as well as we could, is going to go in the bedroom. There's lots of space in there. That's what we're doing. And I decided that I wanted to start adding some buildings into that city. And one of the ones that I've been sitting on for a little while, not too long because it only came out relatively recently, is, let's see if I can actually lift this guy up and have him face the correct way too. This big, beautiful box. Hi. It's the Natural History Museum. It is gigantic. It's a very large box, if you haven't noticed. And I want to go ahead and start this today. So I prepped 2 Mills plates because I do think that it is 2 Mills plates worth of material. And I decided to go, instead of fussing and trying to find like a bunch of green pieces, I figured since the museum is likely to be in a more urban location, having gray tiles beneath it would be fine because it could just be the concrete that the building is built upon. So I haven't actually looked what the sidewalk is like much with this, but we can go ahead and get the box open. I'm gonna leave it on the floor. Oh, I will be back in just a sec. I need a sharp. Let's see if the Lego brick separator can cut this tape. The answer is kind of, but not really. Okay, I need to go get a sharp implement. I'll be right back. Boop, 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 boop. Slipping into the hobby room because I need a sharp object. Thank you. Yay! Chaos Cultist, as always, was waiting near the door with a blade ready so that I can slice this tape. Oh my gosh, look at that. Fun thing. I think I'll actually be able to get this sharpened this weekend. It's been a while since we've gotten his like pocket knife sharpened. And I think the guy will be back at our market this weekend. So I'm very excited for that because it's been a while. Oh my gosh, my favorite thing. A box within a box. Okay, they actually made it slightly awkward to get out. So let's gently tip it this way. And okay, so now the horrible problem that I have is I want Exactly what I wanted to happen happened, but it was a little almost terrifying. Okay, everything's almost falling on me. I need more arms. I've decided that I should join the Gene Stealer cults because I really think I need to be a 4-armed person. I could also just join Painted Grail, enter that world, and potentially have 4 arms as well, or at least 3. I haven't got very far in the game yet, but I'm very much enjoying the digital edition of Tainted Grail. I'll probably be playing that. Ooh, I'm so sorry I bumped you guys into the table. Sorry if that was suddenly very loud in your ears. I'm a klutz. My bad. But yeah, so I've been playing Tainted Grail on PC and absolutely loving it. It's been very, very good. Hello, Tyler. It is lovely to see you in chat. How are you doing today? Okay, we got to find a couple of things. We need our instruction book first and foremost, and probably like our first 4 bags. That is my hope. That is my hope, that I can get through at least 4 to 6 bags today. Okay, I found the instruction guide. I have found the plate they want me to put it on. We ain't using that. I found at least bag. Okay. Oh no, that's 12. I got really excited because I thought I found bag 2. There's 4. That's 9. Oh, this might be it because it has the, yep. You know how you can always find the bag number 1 really easily in these big sets? They always come with a brick separator in them. So if you just find the bag with the brick separator, even if you don't see the number, it's probably your bag number 1. My Brick Knight hack for you. All right, so there's a random Lucy bag. There is a number 5. 10, 6, 13. Come on, where is number 2? 7, 11, 12. Oh, ooh, okay, maybe it's only a plate and a half. It might only be a plate and a half. Yeah, they have in the box, it came with a plate and a half, so okay. I'm assuming it must be. That's fine. I can have the extra for like sidewalk next to it if you want.
We do have half plates.
Oh, I could just do that then.
Yeah.
Okay, I might just transfer one of these then when I get to that side.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, I see the gray. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, there's bag number 2. Excellent. Okay, that makes sense, and I'll probably switch that. Yeah, it wasn't. I genuinely couldn't remember if this one was a full 2 plates. God, is that maybe what? Okay. That I could 100% believe. Okay, I have the first 5 bags. I think we can get started with those. This is a hefty package. It is, yeah, with bigger boxes, it's absolutely harder to get some things out. You are not wrong about that. You are not wrong about that, Havman. You've been awake for 20 hours and you worked for 14 of them? Tyler, oh no. I'm so sorry. Holy shit, it's one giant booklet. Okay. We do have a, ooh, they're not even stickers. They're little plastic bears. Oh, look how cool that is. Focus on them, not my face. Oh, that is so cool. I hadn't realized that these were this material. I actually thought they were going to be stickers. So that's genuinely a happy surprise for me. All right, I don't need that anymore. Oop, I just unplugged my computer. Oh, let's not have that happen. Boop, there we go. It does not appear to be charging. Is that plug not work? Is that plug tied to one of my, hold on chat, I have to investigate something. I have some light switches over here that I don't know what they do. And I'm wondering if one of them is tied to that plug, but only the bottom one? Is that possible? Is that even possible? I don't think so, right? Like, surely you can't have, oh my God, it is. Chat, I just made an amazing discovery that is dumb about this room. I have a plug in one of my walls where the top portion of the like in America, and I think this is like this in most countries. I know the plugs are different, but I think this is pretty common. We have like generally like sockets in our wall where there's 2 plugs in each of them, right? 2 sockets in each of them. I've never seen this before. I didn't even know this was possible. But apparently the top socket in this plug is wired to that, or is not wired to my light switch, but the bottom socket is. Is it possible? Or do we have it? Like, is there anybody potentially in chat? Probably not. Who maybe is like an electrician? Can you have like, is that normal? I don't feel like that's normal. Okay. Well, regardless, I'm gonna ignore it because I have my computer actually charging now. Glad I noticed that. Actually, it's probably good that I knocked the plug out because then it means I actually investigated the problem. I don't need both of these, as we have very clearly determined. Let's see if it has us starting on the full plate or the half plate. I really, really hope it has us starting on the full plate because it has us starting on the half plate. Well, I tried to be prepped. However, the system has denied me. Well, I'm glad that you're with good company now, Tyler. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here and hanging out despite the extremely long day. And I hope that when you do finally get some rest, it is incredibly restful and you just feel a lot better. Because that's being up for way too long. It's possible that you're an electrician who didn't know what they were... You know, I would 100% believe that. Your coworkers are still calling out on you all the time, Havman? That sucks. I'm so sorry, bro. Okay. Oop, oop, oop. All right, let's get the Mills plate. God, I'm just throwing pieces constantly onto the floor. That's fun. That's fun. Okay, let's get this guy prepped. For the Mills plate. So if you guys have never seen a Mills plate be built or unsure what they are, this is essentially all you gotta do is you use a bunch of 2x1s, or 2x2s, sorry. 2x2s to build a foundation. And then, oh, I also will want to, and I have a box of these. I actually specifically left them. Where did I put them? Where did I put that box? I think it's here. I see it. I see it. Because we will need, put it in here. No, it's not in this one. Oh, I want the pin connection points, the Technic pin connection points, so that they can connect. And I know, oh no, I do. I've pulled some off in these, like in this. I've actually collected some. I just need to find out which section I put them into.
I just came to say, hello chat, how are you doing? How was your weekend? Mine was better.
That's true. That's true. His was better than your weekend, I guarantee it. And you can find out all about that on June 1st on my VIP page if you're interested. Exactly how much better his weekend was. Genuinely, what did I do with these? I know I have them. I don't think I had separated anything out yet. Oh, I found him. I put him in this bin. I have too many bins with too many spare pieces because I don't have the correct bigger boxes to actually organize everything yet. Woe is me. It's a very Lego person problem. All right.
There are a lot of pieces in that box.
Yes.
In that box as well.
Oh, yes. This is the, yeah, this is like half the bag, half the pieces, and then here's like the other half.
They box half of it at a different factory.
Is that why that ends up happening?
90% sure it is one of them gets manufactured at one site, then sent over to the other for final packaging.
Oh, I could absolutely believe that. Where do because I haven't actually put these ones in recently, where do we normally, it's normally like on this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, up against it.
Oh, it goes, I see, and then we put
up against it.
Oh, against this one.
Yes, and then the next row is 2 away.
I see, okay. Got it, okay. That was what I was getting wrong. Yeah. Thank you. And I guess I'll still want to put it on 2 sides.
These need to be moved.
Oh, do they? Oh, okay.
Because then when you're using 4x4s.
I'm going to be using these.
Oh, no, wait, I think you are right. That these
need to be closer.
These need to be closer.
Yeah, that's what because like when I have it, when this is an old one and it's closer. So that's what I thought. Okay, cool. All right, then I'm going to do that.
Yeah, it's only for the corners that you have to do that, though. After that, they go to 2x2.
Yep. Okay. That makes sense. Perfect. Then it'll be like that. And this way they can actually connect. And I'll need to pop this and adjust some of those, but that's okay.
Yeah, because the basic idea behind the Mills plate is that each of these corner pieces on the 2x2s was meant to be 4 studs apart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then, then I do that, right? This is, Boop, boop, boop. It should, I got it slightly.
Let's see.
I definitely
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, like,
go look at one of the
old ones. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. Because I'm like, I really don't remember exactly how we did it. I think it actually might have been like this. I think this just filled in. How is it? Because that
easier to just show you.
Okay.
We were very close, but we got something reversed.
Got it. Okay, what do we need to do?
So that comes off. There.
Ah, okay. And then it goes here as well. Got it. Okay. Well, I don't think, well, I guess, I'll need something on that side. Okay, good. Yeah, you're right. All right, cool. And then this does this. Okay. Perfecto. I knew we were doing something a little funky. Let's get the corners all in on these half plates. Then we'll put these into place. Okay, that. So it would be like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yay. All right. Now I think I can just stick these on everywhere.
Yeah, debating whether you need the ones on the short ends or...
I don't think I do, and I think I want to save...
So if you do,
I
think the only ones you would need to put it into are here and here. Because that would be the one that would actually be connecting to a corner in front.
I see what you're saying.
So I'd put one there.
Okay. So one here.
And there.
Okay.
And that's all I think you need to do.
Okay.
And yeah, that might be... But this is like if there's a road in front of the... that's because like what you would have... Sorry, I know if you can't quite see this on camera.
No, they can actually see it.
If museum is here...
Yep.
Facing me.
Yes.
You would have a plate here and a plate here, which means it would connect there and same on the other side.
Absolutely. No, and I want to start getting these actually correctly ready for going into a city since we've actually decided.
Make sure your gap is only 2. I see that one's 3.
Oh, it is. Yes, you're right. I think that was from an old...
Yeah, make sure the row works to make sure we're not insane.
Okay. That's a good call. Ooh. Haha, I caught that. Yes, it does.
Cool.
Yep.
Because I was like, okay, hold on, we need to make up a space somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, no, this I couldn't remember exactly how it was done. But no, this is working perfectly now. Exactly as it should. Which is great.
You can never have a gap larger than 2 between them since the system is designed for 4x4 plates.
Yes.
You can use larger plates, but your minimum is 4x4.
Yes. I actually like these ones on the half plate because it fills it exactly.
It does, yes.
They don't work as well on the full plate, but on the half plate, it actually works really well. All right, in theory, this should be us done. And I imagine this is actually all we'll need today because I don't think they'll have me start this side until I've probably built this one. So that is my expectation. So that actually works out really well because then I can find more of this sized. Oh, yes, there we go. Oh, also, did you see these?
Yeah,
look how cool those are.
Cool.
I need one more. Boop. There we go. And now we can actually get.
Now we can begin the project.
Now we can actually begin the project like I thought I had prepped us for earlier. No, that's absolutely my fault. I didn't check to see if it was 2 full mills plate, like actually, or if it was just the half. There. Oop. Still dropping things. Oh yeah, no, June 1st is going to be so fun on my VIP page. I'm very excited for it. I still do need one. Okay, not quite a full half plate, but better than before. Okay. Ha-ha! Back to where I thought I was going to be roughly 22 minutes ago. And let's say actually like 10 minutes because I did do like a little intro and all that kind of thing, so.
It's streaming. Who gets started immediately?
No one. Not I indeed. Also, hello, good morning, Luke. It's lovely to see you. I am very ready to chill with some Lego with y'all today. And in fact, let's get this. Look. Mega book.
It didn't separate.
Mega book. It's just one. I thought when I was lifting the packaging, what it came in, I was like, oh, maybe they gave me like 2 books, like one half of it and the other half. Nope, just one giant.
They are like, we assume that if you are buying the Lego Icon Natural History Museum, you're aren't doing this with friends and family. You are sitting alone at a table in your Lego room.
Yes.
Here is one book.
Yep, exactly.
Go forth.
Go forth, adult
Prince
Lego
of
fan.
Things.
Exactly. It's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I can't remember like the monologue from Cider House Rules.
Oh yeah, I would not know that monologue at all. I actually don't even know if I'm. Oh, that's where the other one. I thought I had pulled out a perfect amount and then not, and I had pulled out a perfect amount. I actually don't know what that is. Tell me what it is.
It's a movie set in I believe it was a British boys' boarding school.
Oh.
It's one of those coming to age movies. Sort of very not dissimilar from Dead Poets Society, but a little more.
As heartbreaking as Dead Poet Society?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, God, talk about like a film I absolutely adore, but always, always, always makes me cry. Dead Poet Society. So good. Also, Havman, I am very happy to know that you're taking this Friday off. That's fantastic. Look at my cute museum worker. It's looking at my face. Hold on.
Sorry, it was an orphanage, not a boarding school.
Ah, orphanage. Well,
it has been like 20 years since I've watched it.
That is fair. Oh, she's so cute. All right. My first piece going down. Boop. All right, so we are working first on our sidewalk, which makes sense. The nice thing is Chaos Cultist and I, when we were at our old place, actually spent...
Really, my comparison is not quite appropriate, considering the plot and everything.
Fair enough.
It came out around the same time, and I have similar...
You just have memories of, like, both?
Yes.
That makes sense.
The plots are very different. Before somebody, like, goes off on me if they aren't already.
No, they aren't going off on you at all, actually.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. Oh no, you were watching another stream, Luke, and another chick's like computer just completely crashed on her 10 minutes in and it's just dead now? Shit, I wonder what happened.
You know what I think it is? I think I'm mixing it up with Robin Williams' other movie where he was a doctor with, like, the red nose.
Oh, yes.
That's what it is, because it's about a guy who grows up in an orphanage and then becomes a doctor.
Oh.
And then is involved in military conflict overseas as a doctor.
Okay, got
and then
it.
comes back to that same orphanage. Near the end of the film.
I see.
And what I'm doing is I'm associating with Robin Williams, and then I'm associating with 90s movies. And I'm just getting it completely wrong.
No, that makes sense. I do that. I mean, I make.
Yeah.
I randomly associate shit that doesn't even have anything to do with each other, like, let alone not even have overlapping actors in it, so I get it.
I might also just be associating them because they came out in the same time period with, like, similar visual styles, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense.
This is me talking too much because I feel embarrassed because I got it wrong. That's what it is.
That's okay. You are totally fine. And as Havin said, no one's going to go off on you. Everybody likes you too much. You're good.
This is the internet, sir.
Okay, well, okay. You know what? Fair enough. Somebody might, but not on this day. Not on this day. All right, we are making, mediocre progress. Because we literally just started. But it is going very well. Oh, I'm still thinking about that poor girl and her losing her computer. That sucks. So sorry for her. All right, let's see. We need a lot of that piece, that piece. Okay, we don't need both of them yet. I do need one of these. I need 2 of the corner pieces and then this with another peg. Okay. Corner piece there, that white piece there. So this side is going to be our connection point to the museum. I can tell that because this is where our... actually, I don't think I'm going to need these. Well, I'll leave them in there for right now. I don't think I'm going to actually need these because I don't think I'm going to connect the building to itself. I think I'm going to just connect the mills plate, although I guess I could do both. And then it'd be really secure. Then it really wouldn't be moving. Oh, I'm sorry. I lied. I actually need 3 of these. All right. So then we do that. Then we do that. Leaving ourselves, I think, 3. I mean, I've done all of this correctly. This is the long one, which then sits 2 off. Okay, yeah, I think this is all done correctly. Hate to mess it up really early on. Yay! I appreciate that you guys will defend Cece's corner. That's great. She's been gifted a new one by her community. It's so chill tonight. It comes. Oh! That's great. That's great news. I'm so glad she was able to, like, have her community help her out in such a way. Fantastic. You guys are so sweet. And by that, I mean just, like, people in other people's communities in general. Like, communities that YouTubers get. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you very much. I keep looking over here because I'm reading chat, but you are right there. Okay, we need that, that, and then is it the long? Yeah, it's this long tan piece. Must be one of the corners of the museum. I wonder if this is like the entrance. I'm curious as we keep building. Oh, all right, fancy pattern time. All right, I will need 2 of these, 2 of these. 4, 6, 7. 7 of the light tan ones as well. 2, 4, 6, and 7. And then I need 1 of these single jumpers. Okay. Let's create a floor. Let's create a floor. I want to move this over here. I think that will be better. Ooh, she wants to start a cooking stream. Sorry, cooking stream, not... Why do I keep saying scream? A cooking stream. What have you got for dinner? I think I'm gonna do tacos tonight. I think my plan is I'll pull out some chicken and I'll do some chicken tacos. I could also do beef nachos, but I'm feeling the Angela household Mexican food because it's not true Mexican food in any capacity. Although I do think we put more spices into ours than like your average like white person style Mexican cooking at home. But oh yes, we had some great outfits. I really have been enjoying getting to hang out with Shay. Spent some time with her this weekend, both at Fanime and also doing some filming for our June, well, it's my June 1st release. I don't know when she's putting the video out, but for me, if you want our video, it's going to be out on June 1st on my VIP page, and I'm very, very excited because it was a lot of fun, and she's very eager to do more with me, and I'm eager to do more with her, so I'm just, it's so exciting. I didn't mean to squeal in your face, but, or in your ears rather, not really so much in your face. I mean, you might want me to squeal in your face. But no, I'm very hyped, very, very hyped. All right, let me go ahead and get this pattern in here. So we'll do that, and then we need the jumper, and then we're gonna do another 2 of the nougat. Another jumper, nougat, plate, and then we do the nougat facing that way. And then we're gonna put another jumper there. And then these are gonna go long ways across because I think we're just gonna repeat this pattern a bit, it looks like. I don't know, it's really weird. I feel like people have mixed feelings about doing floors in Lego. They're a little tedious, I suppose, but they're always really satisfying looking when they're done. Hello, Tyler, it's lovely to see you in chat. How are you doing today? How are you doing? Hope you are feeling good. All right, do that. Another L shape. Go in like that. Then we put a nougat. And then another L shape because we're creating a center pattern. How pretty. Nice. Yeah, funny thing was actually a fan had mentioned Shay, but I hadn't realized she was local. And then I found her and like basically explored her page a little bit. I was like, oh, this girl seems awesome. And then we reached out to her and it's kind of just gone from there. And I'm really, really happy. Your new Ducker blocks, my new Ducker blocks, you new improved squeals. Oh, your new Ducker blocks, my new improved squeals. Okay, good. I'm so glad that your speakers and ears are safe. I am so glad to hear that. Yeah, I blow people's, like, I would not be surprised if I've broken somebody's headphones in the past. And for that, I am sorry. Hope not, actually. But I'm sure I've hurt somebody's ears, for sure. That has happened. Probably without a doubt. I need 8 of these. Whoop. Gangnam Style. I don't know. That came into my head. It's because I said whoop, whoop. And every time I do that, that song comes into my head. 3. Okay, 3 of those, 2 of those, 8 of the tan, 4 of the nougat. I'm gonna throw things onto the floor with my fiddly hands. All right. 1, 2. And then we need an L shape like that. Another one there. That. Okay, that goes there. And I'm gonna put the other L like so. Okay, all right, I see how this is coming together. Then we do that, that, and on the outside, yes. These are gonna go here. Did I grab? Oh, I grabbed a fifth one. I grabbed too many pieces. That makes complete sense. And just want to say again, you have my absolute condolences for his passing. I'm so sorry. That must be incredibly tough, but I'm really glad to see that you've been doing well or doing better despite the potential being under the weather from such a tragic thing happening, especially with how suddenly it sounded like it happened. So my condolences to you, sir. I'm really glad that you're getting to play some Elden Ring and watching streams though, and like taking some bereavement time from work and everything. That's great. Like, I think that's important to do, to give yourself time to process what's happened, come to terms with it, etc. So more power to you, man. I'm really glad to hear it. Yeah, imagine. Yeah, it just is different. But it gets, I like to believe it gets easier. And I think I mean, so far from, I mean, I know we've chatted a little bit off stream and everything, and it seems like you're handling it extremely well. So you're doing great. But it's good to take time off. That is important. All right, we need 9 of these now. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that's the last of those. 5 of the tan or the nougat. The nougat. 3 of these. The last. Nope, just one of them. Just one of the L's. 1 jumper, 1 plate. And that's what we need. That's what we need. All right. How do I want to do this? I want to start here, I think. Just help get my brain focused on where things need to go, what orientation we are looking at. So we're going to do that. Then we bring the L in. Excellent. That's where one of these nuggets are going to go. The other 2 each go into these to create that, continue that floor pattern. That makes sense. Okay. Then I think it's just a matter of putting in a bunch of these tiles, which goes like so. We're then going to put this jumper plate here, the flat plate there, and fill in each of these little pieces with these 1x1s. It's going along pretty well. Our pattern so far. I like it. Looks good. Okay. Last of those, last of that. And then 2 of these. Okay. I'm gonna put square there. 2 nougats. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I think this is like the 9th thing I've already dropped onto the floor today. And we're still on bag 1. Oh, the shame. Jumper. Okay, so that goes there, that goes there. And that's gonna go like so. And then this is where our 2 little... Something must like attach onto this and sit over top of it, because I feel like otherwise you wouldn't have the black being there, because it breaks the pattern. Especially when they have that same color in both the nougat and the tan that we've been using. Okay, so now we get this. Oop. Both of those and 4 of these. Can't wait to build some dinosaur bones. It'd be so cool. Both this and the botanical garden, which I also have just, as soon as I saw them announced, were sets that I was just like, this looks so rad, I want it. And thankfully, the Chaos Cultist heard that and went, yes, dear, because he's the best. Oh, it's our pleasure, Tyler. Try to keep things positive, want to make sure everybody's doing well, and I know that that can be really tough to deal with privately, you know, so sometimes it's good to talk to people about it. Okay, we need a lot of brown pieces. In fact, we might need all of the brown pieces that we have. All right, so we got 2 of those. 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, 4 of these clips. 2 of this size, got it. 1 of that size. 2 of the double jumpers. Okay, I think that is everything. Excuse me, so sorry. My throat suddenly got really jammed up. Okay, so we have to do this times 2, so something will connect. Oops, I put it on immediately wrong. Okay. So that goes like that, and then that. I'm gonna put this 2x1 there. Gap gets filled in by this piece. Ooh. Slippery. I feel like the Lego pieces have just been extra slippery for me today. And sliding and flying all over the gosh darn place. But we're making some good progress. Sounds wild, Luke. All right, got 6 of those, 1 of those, 1, then 3, 1, 1. Okay. Okie dokie. So put that into place. Then we put the actual plate with the studs. And that goes. Yep, this is definitely the sidewalk. Okay. I should probably start using all of the plates that I have in my hand. So that goes like that. Then we put a jumper and another plate. This goes here. We have 2 more plates. This is going to be our little grate for the sidewalk, and then we put these in. Coolio. Next page. So that goes there because we're going to put that mounted here. Then we need this little thing to have these put into it. Wonder why. I don't understand. Oh, interesting. Okay. So this little thing that I just built is going to go into that. I wonder what's going to go on top of it. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever done that particular building technique, but that's cool. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the remainder of our sidewalk in place. And I think that's bag one done. Heck yeah. I did prepare a bowl. Where is it? For extras. So that's good. We'll have that to go. You were sharing stories with your family yesterday. Your favorite story is when he tricked saying we were going to get a Pokemon cards, but instead we got tickets to a WCW Fall Brawl, and you were so excited. Oh my God. What a trick. I mean, what a swerve. Two things that like I feel like a kid would be very into, Pokemon and pro wrestling. But to go like, oh yeah, we're gonna go get Pokemon. Actually, we're gonna go to a pro wrestling show. And then like taking you there, that sounds amazing. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, that's so fun. Oh! You know what? I lied. We are apparently moving on to... What goes on that side then? Interesting. We are actually going to the next plate. So let me grab this guy. Before we do anything, I want to make sure that we get... Wait. Why do we have... Huh. I wonder why those are there. So remember how we put those connection points? I was thinking that this was going to be the side that ended up connecting to the other building because it's got this here, but clearly this is going to end up connecting to this in this way. So why are those there? What? I'm so confused, chat. Is that exactly how I said it? That's great. That's perfect. Okay, well, I guess we'll just figure, I mean, it looks... It does look like it's gonna just... Okay, hold on. So does it go... What? What? Okay. I am simply going to build and see what happens, because I am mildly confused. I am mildly confused by what it's telling me to do when I'm looking at this. So I'm just gonna go, and we're gonna start building, and I assume it'll finally click on me, like when I do something at some point, and I'll be like, bing, and it'll make complete sense. But as of right now, it's like I did this correctly, right? Started on this end. Yeah, no, that is the correct orientation. Yes, okay. I am just having a moment. You remember Sting versus Hogan was the main event, and Sting turned heel on Hogan, but that audience still hated Hogan and cheered Sting when he put the Scorpion Deathlock on him. Dude, I feel like that has been a legit trend in people's reactions to certain people going heel, but being like, man, we really hate the face right now, so we're gonna just completely cheer the bad guy and boo the good guy, opposite of what WCW or WWF would want you to be doing at that time, right? Like, I just feel like that's such, and that has turned into such a major thing to have happen. All right, soda is out, which means we switch over to the water. Hello, Legos with Asa. How are you doing? What's going on? I am building today, in case you missed it, the National History Museum, and I'm very excited. I'm a little confused by how this is actually going to end up looking, but it's fine. Oh, before we do this, okay, I do need to I need to adjust some stuff, so give me a moment. Now that can stay on. I need to take that one off. I need to take that off. This off. That one, and then this one, and this one. Okay. Where did I put them? Here we go. Oops, I actually need to take that off. All right, so that can go back into place. It's in my hand. There we go. Putting my connection points for my Mills plates. Okay, I will need to find another. Maybe I have another one in here. Let me just dump this out real quick. Nope, not specifically. I have a bunch of jumpers, but not. I have the one studs. I don't want to use the one studs though. I kind of prefer using the two stud. So I will simply find one real fast out of my loose pieces. Needs to be organized collection. That is what we will do. I am doing great, Asa. I am having a good day. I have been looking forward to working on this museum for quite a while. Sorry for the squeak of my chair. And it should be pretty awesome. Let me see, do I have an easily accessible version? I mean, there's a lot of Technic pieces on you, but I'm not seeing the specific one I need. Ooh, nope, that's a 3. Is that a 2 on the inside? Nope, that's also a 3 on the inside. Darn it. All right, hold on. We'll find something. Nope, not on the tree. Oh, damn it, that's also a 1. Maybe I'll just put the 1s in there. I really would prefer... the 2. The 2. Oh. Here, let me come over here so I can see what you guys are saying. Angela, silly but interesting question. Can you make a cube of Mills plates as in an actual structure? Sadly, no. Well, in the sense, okay, by building a bunch of Mills plates like this, no. If you were to then just continue to stack the Mills plate design repeatedly on top of this existing one and go up, yes, absolutely. You could not do it by building a bunch of these and having them actually connect, because the bottoms of the actual plate is not compatible with actually sticking into anything. As you can see, this is what they look like. And so no, that wouldn't, but if you were just, if I basically was like, have this flat layer here and then take a bunch more of these 2x2s and continue to build it up, put another flat layer of plate, 2x2 flat layer plate, 2x2 flat layer plate. Yes, you could make an even cube I think, out of Mills plates. But that would be the only way to do it. You would not be able to do it with them as is. They would slide off of each other. Because I literally have a stack of them over yonder, and they just slip and slide on each other. Ooh, this actually might have some of the stuff I need. Yeah. Oh, no, they're all jumpers. Never mind, they're all jumpers. Throwing things again. Ooh. Dang it. I was really hoping, because I have like cars and stuff in here, that they might have the pieces I need, but they really don't seem to. Oh, maybe we shouldn't be in there. Yeah, and even this doesn't look like it has pieces I need. No. 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 As Palpatine would say. That's just a hinged piece, so that's not going to have it. That's also a hinged piece. Okay, let me see if I have... I did have a Technic container. No, I don't think it's... Yeah, it doesn't have this stuff in it anymore, I don't think. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I might... I don't think I've ever gotten that lucky, actually. I got really excited because I had a bunch of like containers filled over here with stuff that I've picked up from like Lego brick, like the brick walls in the Lego store. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I have some there. But no, I don't actually think that I do. That's just minifigs. That doesn't have anything that I could use in it. This also has Marvel minifigs. You're not gonna have what I need. Darn it. Okay. Maybe I'll get lucky and there'll be some in this. Oh, also, I just realized I was looking in this one. I could have also looked in this one. Chat, why didn't I do that? There is an entire another bin I could be looking through. Paul, no, I do not specifically remember you, but I'm also very terrible with names. So I apologize. But no, I do not specifically remember you. Yes. Okay. Okay, one. One more, I think. Right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I just need one more because it goes there, and I need one to go right here. Okay, we can do this. Nope, that was not it. I got really excited, but it only has one. I got, nope. Really excited again, still not the right thing. Okay, so I don't think it's in this. Get out of my way. We will find this last Technic piece that we need. I told you we'd find it. I'm so sorry, Paul. It's just because I'm bad with like remembering people's names and such. Please don't take it personally. But it takes me a while. Like, unless you're super, super consistent in chat, it sometimes takes me a little while. Oh, does the... that is true. YouTube puts, like, restrictions on... Do they put restrictions on how many people you need to be able to live stream? Like, do you have to have a certain number of subs before you can start doing live streaming? Or do you just mean that you don't think you're going to have enough people to watch? Yes, absolutely. Found it. I knew we would. I knew we would. That was so loud. I'm so sorry. All right. Well, now that we have this done correctly, just going to do one more. Damn it. I need one more. Wait, did I? Okay, apparently I do need one more. Shoot, I thought I counted. Okay, because I need it there. Oh, I thought I had done it. Darn it. Oh, I got it so excited for us. No. No. Definitely not. Done. Done, 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 done. Dun, 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 dun. I haven't even watched that series yet, but I do love the music from it. Okay, now we actually fixed it. Let's go. I'm putting pieces on now. I'm putting the pieces on. Bam, bam, and bam. Off the table? It's okay. It's not going off the table. It's not getting too pushed close to the edge or anything like that. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right. I need 14 of these. Is that all of them? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, almost. 14. Okay. 1 jumper. And 1 grate. Oh, nice. You watched the Monkey Kid mech build? Excellent. That is fantastic. Thank you for watching that with me. Or watching that while I was streaming. Oh, thank you. Well, it's good to see you back in chat, Paul. Thank you for coming back. We love to see return streamers, and I'm sure if you continue to pop into my LEGO live streams, I will over time remember who you are. So don't worry about that. Okay, doot, and lovely. Now I will need many more gray pieces. 11 of these, in fact. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 11. All right, and then 4 jumpers. Jumper, not a jumper. Not a jump. There we go. Found it. And 2 more of these. Okay. There's a nice formation of a sidewalk happening. I wonder if we're gonna end up putting like fire hydrants and stuff with some of the positioning of some of these jumpers. Really makes me think of that. Especially with how they're clumped. Because then we go like with a really long stretch of just no jumpers. Until the very end. Cool. Cool. Okay, so 2 of these. I really recommend them. I think they are very fun things to work on. Just really cool stuff. And there's lots of different themes. So like, depending on like what you're into, you know, you can find something that works for you aesthetically. There's plenty of like display pieces versus play pieces if you want, etc. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. All right. 4 jumpers, 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 L's, and then 3 of these pieces and 1 of these, just like we did before. Okie dokie. Oop. Jumper, jumper. Plate. Then we're gonna move into these guys facing opposite of each other. Man, there's a lot of studs just like clumped right here on the street. There must be a stand, maybe a newsstand or something. You have 13 subs? Got it. Well, keep at it and you can do that. But yeah, please don't spam a countdown in the chat. Also, if you are popping away, have a great rest of your night. And if you happen to stay, then it's awesome to see you with us. Sometimes you guys say that you're like peacing out and then you decide you'll stick around and then you'll chat a little later and I'll be like, oh, you're still here. That's awesome. So I love when that happens. And it draws you back in. The power of Lego. All right, do that. Put another little stud there, and then 1 more plate, followed by our light grays. So this must connect with the other sidewalk, right? Like they're not gonna have like just one big straight sidewalk. I just keep going back to page 14 to double check that where these Technic pins were put in is opposite to the side that has the pieces hanging off the edge. Because what this is implying to me is that this is going to do this. Because that fits like that. But why is that off the edge? I don't understand. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Oh my God, we're gonna start putting bones in though. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, calm down, Angela. Contain yourself. Control yourself. Control your emotions. All right, do that. Get that so that we can, oop, I actually need 2. There we go. So that's gonna go there, and then we take this here. Beautiful. It must be intended to connect with one of the other buildings. Like maybe it's meant to connect to the botanical or something. I just don't specifically remember that being advertised. But then again, it's entirely possible that I missed that advertisement. You know what I mean? Oh my God, Lego Castle is so good. I'm very excited for the new Lego Castle set that's gonna be coming out. They're doing another 3-in-1 that's a different Lego Castle than what they did a couple years ago, I think it was now. 2021 maybe is when like the last 3-in-1 castle came out. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong about that, but regardless, like they haven't done one in a while, and people used to have some really cool mocks where you would get multiple of the 3-in-1 castles and do something new with it. And I'm hoping that with the new one coming out, they'll do something where there'll be mocks where it combines one each, like basically one of the OG castle 3-in-1 and one of the new castle 3-in-1. And then I can smush them together and do something really cool. Because I've built one mock with the 3-in-1 castle, but personally, I feel like for me, there's one side that I just don't really like. Now, the person who makes these mocks in particular, I believe the intention is for them to be like all butted up against each other. I think the concept is they're building a city out of just these sets, but like redesigning them how they think they should look, which I think works very well. But because I am not also doing that with every single one that I'm getting, I think it looks like that one rough edge looks a little weird to me. So I'm hoping that maybe that same person will do something else, or somebody else will do something else with the 2 combo sets and not have a rough looking edge like that. Get this up. There we go. And that's my optimism for when the new Lego set, the new castle set comes out. Sorry, my brain is farting on me really hard when it came to trying to get through that. Did I? What? Oh, I see. I see what's happening. I understand what I'm fucking up. How am I going to get this off this plate? Nope. Okay, I got a little bit of lift. That's all I needed. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that goes there. This goes there, and then this actually goes there. Holy moly. Okay, now that that's actually looking correct, we're then gonna rotate it and start building some more of the exterior of the building, which should be good. You try not to miss any of your streams, but I do try to pop in, at least say hi. Oh, I always appreciate that, Havman. And if you guys have to miss streams occasionally, like that's fine. I do get it. You guys have lives outside of watching YouTube and watching streamers. I understand. But like I just have a shit memory. And so like it does help me if you're more consistent and you want me to remember your name. That's the best way to do it, is just to be consistent in my streams, and then I'll remember you because you're just there all of the time and I'll grow to appreciate you. All right, let's do that. Do that. Interesting. We've created a wedge for some reason. I do not know what the purpose of that is. I guess to create texture. I'm fine with that. So 3 of those, 6 of a little half circle, or quarter circle, I guess. Yeah, quarter circle. And 2 clips. One, 2, and then on the third one, flush, and then flush like that. Nope, not at all. It's supposed to look like that, Angela. You silly, silly goose. It's actually supposed to angle the opposite direction. And then we put another one there. We're making a spot for some of the bones in this National History Museum to go. Do I have any mills tiles for open water? Waves, whirlpools, sharks, and krakens? Not yet. I have not built anything with any big water features. on any Mills plates. I think the most that I've done is like have a little bit of like a river design haphazardly sort of planned into one, but I never did much with it. But I'm sure I'll get there eventually. I do want to do like, I have enough pieces for like a beach setting that I think it'd be cool to do that. Okay, so that does that. It looks like this one kind of goes like that. Have that there with that. And then that one. Okay. Look, our little dirt buildup. And then we have some bones. I like, my favorite are these really long bones. They're great. All right, so we put, let's maybe not have the holes facing upwards, Angela. That's silly. All right, so do that. And then it looks like we want this one to butt up against it. Aha, let me see. Nice. Our little dinosaur bone, where people can extract bones out of the ground. All right, and then we're gonna do, I guess we're doing more of this interesting divot pattern. Wonder if it's a walkway with like, it's supposed to have texture on the bottom or something. Kind of cool, I like it. Oh, let me see. Yep, that's all correct. Yep, I did all of that correct. Woohoo! Oh, I did want to spin that guy though. Nice. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, that would be so cool. A Kraken like fighting a pirate boat. That would be very, very cool. I could totally see that. I think that'd be very fun to put together. I'm sure somebody's done that. I do have the pirate boat for it to attack for sure. So definitely a potential down the line. I do enjoy the concept quite a bit. Let's get that. 3 of those and 1 of those. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn. I did take, like, give myself a little bit of a day off yesterday. And it was lovely, but my weekend was still very, very good, but quite long. Actually, my last, like, 2 weeks have been very, very good, but quite long. And I'm still feeling that. Do you guys ever have weeks like that where you're just like, oh, man, so drained? Whoopsie daisy. Do that. Gonna grab that and do that. We have a random weird little gap here. Like so. We need some more of these nougat. These must be individual displays, maybe, in the museum that we're starting to set up. Trying to figure out like what we are actually building. Because I have not looked through the book really in much detail. And even when I bought it, I didn't look super in detail at like what the interior looks like. So I like to do that because I feel like it then gives me a better idea of like, or it gives me more surprises as I'm building, is really what I'm trying to get at. And 5 of those, 2 of those, 1 of those, and these are all extras, which makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, so that goes there randomly. This one's gonna go here. And then on this side, we have, I guess, the exterior. Maybe more of the interior. I'm not really sure. Maybe this connects to the other side. Oh yeah, I guess it would, based off of what I'm literally placing down. Okay, so this continues the interior of the design. Cool. And now we shall connect them. So this goes like this. Ah, yes. Okay. All right, so now let me actually grab some of my Technic pins, and those I do have in a box where I know exactly where they are. Yeah, that makes sense. I understand why you've been feeling drained. Your like work constantly, I feel like, has people just calling out all the time. It's crazy. All right, here's my pins. Here's the black ones, which I feel like are the ones that I just have oh so many of. So we're just gonna grab 4 of those. Reseal this away. But I'll keep it down here just in case we suddenly need more. All right, and then we'll just get these into place. I accidentally pulled out 5 because I apparently can't count. The nurse's first question, how do you feel? I didn't plan on dying yesterday, so ache? I've been worse. Oh my God, I can definitely see you saying that to a nurse, Luke. I'm gonna pull these off real quick so that I can slide this into place. There we go. And then with that done, we'll put these back into place to further connect everything together. Bam and bam. Okay. And realistically, this should be the full foundation of our Natural History Museum. I'm very excited for. All right, so they do want me to keep it this way. Should be pretty stable with each other. I still don't understand why these pegs are over here, but it's literally how they've had me do it. So I'm gonna keep trusting the Lego company and keep going. I don't really need to stretch my legs specifically, but I am gonna take a brief break to go grab myself a little bit of caffeine. I had half of my soda from like earlier today, but it's empty now, and I would like a little bit more. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna put you guys on BRB for just a moment, and when we get back, or when I get back in like 2 minutes, probably tops, we'll continue building this Lego museum. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, by the way. I really, really appreciate you guys being here. Let me actually see how many there are total. Let me update this, because I don't think that's been updated since I refreshed. Hello, all 9 of you watching. That's awesome. This is like such, my Lego channel is my smallest of my channels. So the fact that there's like almost 9 of you watching, bloody fantastic, and I absolutely love it. All right, I'll be back in just a moment, everybody. Meow, meow, meow. Is that what you're saying to me, Kita? You wanna come here? Hi. Look at her tail. Yeah, what's going on? Were you sleeping? Were you sleeping? You have food downstairs, you know. Yeah, you do have food downstairs. You can go down there and get it. Here, hold on. Let me see if you'll get up under my lap without scratching my legs. Oh, you immediately walked away from me, huh? Okay, never mind. She's not in the mood for lap time today. So we'll just keep going. But she's so cute. And she says hello. She wanted you all to know that she's here. And that she says, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. Which translates as, how are you all doing, chat? I just woke up from a nap. Hello, Jay. It's lovely to see you in chat. How are you doing? Boop, 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 boop. Kita, what are you doing? Are you playing with plastic? You playing with plastic? That's the real reason she came in here. It's not because she wanted to see me. It's not because she wanted to hang out. It's because she heard crinkly plastic from the other room and she was like, I like playing with crinkly plastic, mother. I shall play with all of this crinkly plastic on the floor. And I'm like, you know what, girl, you do you. You do you. That makes you happy, Kita, then you can play with the plastic on the floor. Aw, she's sleeping in her favorite spot. Where is her favorite spot? Like, is it like bed? Is it like lap? Is it couch? Is it on like some cushion on the floor? Where does your cat like to sleep? Kita has three main spots she likes to sleep on a regular basis. She will either be in her throne in the living room, which is Chaos Cultist recliner, that we haven't actually had the power for since we moved, so it doesn't actually recline anymore. And I think Kita has just claimed it because of that. I'm not kidding. And then she also sleeps on the back of the couch sometimes, or on the couch if there's blankets there. She really is very particular about she likes to play with it and like chew on it, but she doesn't actually eat it, thankfully. I did have, like, my first cat actually tried eating the plastic. And I know exactly what you mean, Havman, about like the plastic bags from like grocery stores and stuff like that. She would actually try to like eat it. And so we had to stop that from happening. We had to like discourage that. Thankfully, Kita does not eat plastic. She just will nom on it. Like, she'll chew. She'll be like, she likes the crinkling of it. Mostly is what it is. And so it's generally what she does. Oh, near a glass door near your porch. Aw, sun kitty. Is Kitty getting sunbaked right now? Because Kita will do that, but that was more of a Jack thing. He really liked to sunbake. All right, got that all into place. Let's keep going. Oh, I should also crack this open. All right, continuing more of our floor pattern from before, hence all the nougat. 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Every time I say 1, 2, and then 3, it always inevitably, because of the era that I was born in, I will never not think of the Tootsie Pop owl commercials where he's like, a 1, a 2, a 3, and then like just chomps it. He just eats the whole damn thing. It's ingrained forever in my brain. I think I'll be like, if I go senile, I think I will still think of that when I do 1, 2, 3. Because I will always say it in that like sing-songy voice that does it. A 1, a 2, a 3. Aw, no sun because it's raining today, but she doesn't care. You know what? That's a proper cat. The proper cat. Just that's the spot, therefore she's in it. What a good kitty. I don't know where Kita decided to go. She had enough of the plastic and was like, this is actually as interesting as I thought it would be. Moving on. Goodbye, mother. I'm like, all right, see you, baby. See you, baby girl. Until next time, it was lovely for the brief chat. And now we should just be able to blast through this row, which is fairly consistent. I can't wait till we're actually starting to put the structures in place, like all the exhibits within the museum. It will look awesome. But for now, more floors. 3. I have something in my eye. Ow. And it's not just my finger. It was in there before I put my finger in my eye. Thank you very much. Dad. I just feel like that's such a dad joke. To those. And then 6 of these. Here we go. Okay. Boom. Boom. Oop, holy moly. And then boom. Boom. And I trimmed my nails today specifically so I would try not to break them, because I always inevitably like smush them a little bit when I'm playing with Lego. The Lego plastic is just very firm and my nails are a little soft. And like, I still managed to flake one on some stuff that I was doing today, despite me attempting to make it so that that would not happen. I'm with you on that Owl Tootsie Pop commercial. It's very ingrained. Yeah, like there are certain commercials from like the 90s especially that are just so brutally ingrained into my brain. And I'm pretty sure that was their intent. They're like, yeah, we want these kids to remember these for the rest of their lives. Because we will try to keep ourselves relevant for that entire time. Okay. So 4 of those, 1 each of the L, 2 of those. I need this half circle in white. Where is that? Where is that? Half circle in white. Are we sure, Lego? Are we sure? Oh no, they're clear. It's clear, Angela, it's clear. They just colored it to make it look kind of like it's white, but it's actually clear. All right. Good, because I was about to be like, I think I'm crazy. I do not see this. I do not see no white half circle pieces. I dropped it. I dropped it. Oh my gosh, yes, I know that I remember that commercial too. I don't remember what the I just remember the guy going, "Don't wake daddy." Like, didn't he say it in sort of a weird voice, like tone like that or something? As they were sort of like vaguely explaining the rules in the commercial. Man, those early Hasbro games commercials. Do they still do commercials? Surely they do. Surely there's actually commercials for Hasbro games still, like Ants in Your Pants and like Trouble and all those kinds of things. Do you remember the Trouble one? I vaguely, like that was not as stuck in my brain as some of the others, but definitely still there. All right, do that and that. So that we can do this. And then we put 2 more of the jumpers before putting in the end of this pattern. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, buckle my shoe, place the bricks 1 by 1. Coolio. All right, there's that. I think I just bumped you guys briefly again. I'm so sorry. Here we go. Okay, 2 of these. 1 and an arch. Where's the little arch? I've like literally, there it is. I was staring at it earlier. So that goes there, along with that there. We're gonna have a little arch there. Not really sure why, but we are. And then that goes there. Cool. Grabbing my pieces. We're starting to get into some of the chunkier pieces within this set, so. Or at least this bag. Not the set, but the bag. Which means they'll go faster, and we'll be able to move on to bag 4 before you know it. Oh, I only, like, so my memory of that song, ultimately, it actually comes down more, and I don't remember as well as I should, but I feel like I used to know the Freddy Krueger version of that song more than I remember the original version of that song. The 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. You know that one? Okay, all right. Slow down, Angela. Slow down. We need to put that there, and then that goes there. And 1 of those there. We, of course, are going to put both of those here. Goes in right there. Make sure everything's pressed down beautifully, tightly onto this plate. That's how you go, rah, rah. I feel like I was doing a little weird dance there. All right. That goes like that. A little cheese wedge. I don't know what that's there for. And now we're going to build a toilet. So adorable. This is one of the great things about Legos. There's like random real world things that you end up getting to build, like toilets. At least that's what it kind of looks like to me. This isn't a toilet. It's the most toilet looking not toilet I've seen, but it's literally a white bowl with water in it. And it's too big to be like a mug. I think it's a potty. Okay. I guess we'll find out as we continue going, won't we? 4 of those. Ooh, 1 of those. green. I just noticed, I just remember that there are like leaves in this bag. So we're finally gonna get to work on some of the plant life at this museum, which is one of my favorite things to build. I love working on the floral stuff. I think I need a diamond for some reason. I mean, who doesn't need a diamond? No. What's my favorite subjects? Like, you mean like subjects in school or just like genres that I like? Can you clarify subjects? And then you also asked, do you like Fear Street's movies? You know, I don't actually know if I've watched the Fear Street movies much. I've watched a fair amount of horror, but I admit I tend to go towards the supernatural horror more and like Japanese horror. Like I really liked Asian horror growing up. Watched a lot of Japanese horror, a lot of Korean horror. I don't remember what the Korean name for it is, but like the original version of like The Maids I really liked. There was also a Korean-based film that was remade in English, and I like both versions of it in the same way that I actually like both versions of The Grudge, both the original Ju-on as well as like the English adaptation version, which is called The Grudge. Do I have everything? I do not. I need one of those. And I need this. I think now I have everything. So let's begin. That goes there. That goes like that there. Interesting. Still did not have every piece I needed. Needed that one. And then we get this long boy. Long, long man. You guys don't know that commercial, go look it up. I've talked about it a number of times. What did I just throw on the ground? A little tiny green piece. School? My favorite subject in school? Well, I mean, I haven't been in school in ages, but when I was in school, it was art. Art was always my favorite subject. It's probably why I went into it in college and got a degree in fine arts. Oh, yes. The great fine arts degree. I went to school for comic books, but it was really fun. I liked it a ton. So I would say art was definitely my favorite school subject. But again, have not been in school in too long. Too long to think about. Okay, is that... Aha, I was like, no, I feel like I had an extra piece here. And it's because I did, and I just didn't put it down where it needed to go. Bam, all right, that's done. And ooh, no, we're getting into some big... Oh, we're actually building the floors. Or the raised, I guess the raised platforms. Sweet. Wait, this gets hidden? New. Okay. Very well, I suppose. Goodbye, Bones. See you later. And then this one goes here. And this goes there. That cheese wedge also gets hidden. Just to show you guys what we're looking at. Looking good, looking good. Oh my gosh. You've watched... Oh, okay, Havman, of all the things that you've actually said that you've seen, that I have actually seen, which is so funny to me, because you are like... I love chatting with you because you're so... Like, because you don't know Star Wars and various other, like, big pop culture things, but you know Audition, you've watched Audition. Why have you watched Audition? Of all of the things out there, why on earth have you seen Audition, but you never watched, like, Star Wars? What? Like, and please note, I am not laughing at you. I am simply blown. My mind is blown. I mean, I Audition is a horrifying movie. I cannot actively watch it, like, frequently. I think I've seen it twice, maybe. I own it. It's in my collection because I love it. But it is genuinely difficult to watch at points. So I've seen Audition. And not some other things, just my brain is blown. Oh, that just, holy shit. Please explain to me. I get how you've seen The Grudge. The Grudge was a big deal. They made a really big deal about that when Sarah Michelle Gellar was in it. Like, so I understand why you have seen The Grudge. Why on earth have you watched Audition? And also, has anybody else watched Audition? Obviously, we can't really talk about it too much because it's... Oh, not a movie you want to be talking about. But, like, holy cow. So did you get it shown to you? Like, did you see it on TV? Like, was it in theaters? Like, did you have, like, a friend who was like, dude, you gotta see this? Audition is great. Like, it is a great horror film. Terrifying. Genuinely uncomfortable at points. Like, really, really uncomfortable to watch at points. But a great, great, great psychological thriller. Or psychological horror, I guess. But, like, again, not a movie I would have expected you to have randomly been, oh yeah, I've seen Audition. Okay, so this goes here, it looks like. Excellent. Okay. Alrighty. So I need to take the 4 of these and 2 of these squares and then awkwardly scratch my lips because I had an itch on them. It's a rom-com with a twist. Yeah, the darkest motherfucking twist you could ever, like... Is that... Please tell me that's how they actually advertised it. I don't remember seeing advertisement for it. So the reason I've watched Audition is because I was a weeb growing up and I got really into horror. And so I started looking at every single possible Japanese horror that I could get my hands on. And I would just go to, like, Blockbuster and rent a bunch of stuff. Of course, with my mother there because they wouldn't let me, you know, rent horror movies at that age. By my lonesome, but she was like, yeah, this is fine for her to watch. It's cool. I don't really know sometimes if she understood what she was giving for me to watch, but it's fine. And so, like, I know why I would go and seek out finding Audition, would have heard about it, but, like, I mean, so you just bought it on DVD? Fair enough. Fair enough. That is wild. Like, that is so good. All right, we need to do 8 of these. Boop, boop. I have not watched Lazy Town, so I'll have to take your word for that, Jay. Do I have a film list for October? Let's see. I mean, I always try to watch Hocus Pocus in October because it's one of my favorite, like, light Halloween movies. I just tend to watch horror movies just in general. I don't think I really have like a specific list that I watch like every year consistently. The only thing that I tend to like try to get in, like I said, is the Hocus Pocus movies. In general, I just try to go and see or like throw on whatever horror is available at the time. I will admit I haven't watched as much horror since we used to have this really kind of shitty theater, honestly. But I loved it. Near where we used to live a couple, like 10 years ago or something. And it got torn down and replaced, and then they put apartments in there, and it was bullshit. But it was really sad when this theater went away because the community that lived near it really liked it. And the reason I liked it so much is because they got a lot of like B-rated like stuff from Hollywood that was all horror coming out. And I love that stuff. Love that kind of crap. It's just so good. Like I really like real good horror movies, and I have not gone to see it yet, but I know I need to. I want to go see Sinners, don't worry. I just haven't seen it yet. But I've heard nothing but fantastic things about it. Oh my God. So funny story about horror movies. When I was at Fanime, we went to the 18 plus area with Shay because she invited us to the event that she was participating in at the con. She actually performed there. She did a burlesque show. She got to dance and do a little striptease, and it was really, really fun. But for some reason, and I'm not mad at them. I just don't understand why this happened. But for some reason, just before the final dance, the guy who was running the event decided to have two of the other people who were helping run the event and make sure things went smoothly come up onto stage. And I don't know if this was just them trying to kill time or like they were trying to give the last people who just danced a moment to like catch their breath so that they could all do one final big performance together or what. But like, bro had these two people come up on stage and out of nowhere, they just started doing a podcast about Sinners. But because they didn't want to like spoil that much, they were talking about it in the most vague, incomprehensible way. And they went on for like 10 minutes doing this. And if I had one critique of the show, it would have been, why did this happen twice? Because that was the second time that they had this like mini podcast, like pause moment during the burlesque show. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? And I asked Shay afterwards, I was like, what was that about? She's like, I have no idea. So they must have been trying to fill time for some reason. But honestly, like, if they had removed those two little segments, it would have been the perfect length show for, I think, what everybody was hoping for. You haven't been to a theater since 2012? That's fair. I don't like go super often, but I have gone relatively recently. Okay, hold on. I have pieces that I definitely, did not put in place, and I don't know when I was supposed to, but here we go. Wonder if this is meant to be like broken pottery. That goes there like that. But yeah, I do want to see Sinners, is the point. But I was like really trying to not listen to what they were talking about because they kind of started to do spoilery stuff. And then, but we're also being like weirdly vague, and it was just very awkward. Other than that though, great show. Loved it. Where does this go? Aha, on the other side here. Boop. There we go. Okay. So this is all extra. Makes sense. Bag. 5? 4? 4. 4. Lords of Salem is your October must-watch list? I don't think I know Lords of Salem. Is that a new one or is it an older movie? The Grudge messed you up. It was one of the horror movies that truly scared you. You were 13 when it came out. I completely understand that. So funny story. Grudge also messed me up. I had just moved into a new place. Literally, it was like the second day we were there and I hadn't finished unpacking my room yet. So I still had boxes like tucked into a corner. And obviously I have glasses. I've had glasses for like most of my life. And what ended up happening is I woke up from like, I guess I must have been having a nightmare or something. But I woke up from a dream and you know, like sometimes when you wake up and you just like are in a fugue state and you're still kind of dreaming. And so you see things that aren't really there. I definitely saw the Grudge woman like in the corner of my room. And it terrified the fuck out of me. Like my heart jumped into my throat. I squeaked, but I don't think it like was very loud because I was so scared that the sound didn't come out properly. And I like then immediately buried my head in my pillow. I was like 14 or something like that. I was relatively young, but still a teenager. But it scared the fuck out of me and I loved every minute of it. I then went and watched The Grudge again because I was a weirdo and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that terror. Lords of Salem is a Rob Zombie movie. Oh, sick. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever watched one of his movies. I've listened to his music, but I'm sure I've probably watched some of his movies. I just don't know if I've like actively noted that they were one of his because I'm really bad about paying attention to that kind of thing. Kind of like with how I am with names. I'm bad about names. You laughed at The Grudge? That's fair, Luke. Ooh, that sounds really cool. I'll have to look into that. That sounds awesome. I'm assuming like does a lot of his music get played in it? Would imagine he'd like probably license his music for, especially if she's a DJ. But it could be her DJing for something else, like a different type of genre, so. I don't know. Okay, there's gotta be another one of these in here. Right? Yes, I saw it. I just saw it. 2 of those and this. Okay, so those both go there. What's the weirdest website, Wikipedia, Reddit? I don't know. I think that's really subjective. And frankly, I don't go on any of those sites very often. Like even Reddit, I like even Wikipedia, I very rarely go onto unless I'm specifically looking something up. It's not something I specifically browse regularly. Although I do know some people do. Okay, let's see. We need one of those, 4 of these nougat. One of those. I was pausing because I wanted to make sure that the music wasn't being picked up on my microphone because I felt like it got a little bit loud for a moment. Oh, okay. So I've read the book for The Grudge as well. Like I said, I really liked the story. So I've read the Ju-on novel. I have watched Ju-on, the original version of The Grudge, the Japanese version, and then I've watched the English adaptation of The Grudge, which is actually called The Grudge. So, and I've also watched Ju-on 2, which is the Japanese version. The reason she makes that noise, and they don't quite make it clear, as far as I remember, in either of the movie adaptations, but the reason that like, I used to be able to do it. Hold on. That noise, the reason she's able to do that is because her neck got broken and she's gurgling on her own blood as she's dying, and that's her like death wail. Isn't that wonderful? Ah, so good. Like I said, I really like horror movies. I'm just throwing that out there. Where do these go? Where are these pieces going? Where? Aha. There. I was trying to look for the red line because it normally gives me like a little indicator with a red line of where things are supposed to go, and I was like, I can't visually see it. There's too many colors on this page now. All right. Ju-on and The Grudge. Which one did you prefer? The thing that I liked about The Grudge was that a lot of the original Japanese actresses, with the exception of who the caretaker was, which happened, of course, to be Sarah Michelle Gellar in the English adaptation, was actually the same people. So the woman who played, I'm blank on her name right now, but the woman who is the Grudge lady, the one who dies, she was played by the same actress, and they did practical effects for a lot of that, like crawling and shit that she does, which is really fucking cool to watch the behind the scenes of. It's still as scary seeing her do it there as seeing it in the movie, but like really good. Oh yeah, The Ring is also great. Also Ringu, the original, also excellent. I think I prefer the remake actually, or the English adaptation, just because the narrative makes a bit more sense than it kind of does in the original. Like the original, there's like a volcano down the line, because there's also like 3 of them in Japanese. And so, yeah. All right, okay. I need to also pull the taupe pieces. So I've got 2 of those, 1 of those, no, I already have 1 of that. And I need, oops, that. And, okay. There, then we're gonna go here. Another one there. Death Note's fun. I never finished it. Like, I was reading the manga, and I just never fully got through it. No, that is the wrong size. That is definitely the wrong size. Nope, that's the same size. That's also the same size. Did I do something wrong? That is all correct. Oh, I see. I was not doing anything wrong. I had the correct piece. Hello, Steve. It's lovely to see you. Oh, nice. You got a new part-time job. Well, congratulations. I hope it goes well for you. Hope you enjoy it and that it works out. If it's your first day, good luck on your first day. I'm sure everything will go delightfully for you. Heck yeah, no, getting a new job is always fantastic. I hope it's one that you were like shooting for, you know, one that you were really looking forward to as well. Nice, well, hey, that's great. I am excited for the One Piece live action second season. Should be awesome. Okay. I need 9 of those, 2 of the other ones. 5, 9, 2. 2 of those, and then 3 jumpers of the square variety. Oh yeah, no, there's definitely times where I've laughed at horror movies. But there's also times where like they've genuinely terrified the fuck out of me. Which is the fun part. That's the part about horror movies that I like. I mean, why else watch horror if not to get a fun thrill out of it, right? Still can't believe you've seen Audition. That just blows my mind. So good. Okay, so got that. And then going to boop, boop, and boop. Yes. There we go. Next. Next page. 2 of these. 4 of these long. Well, okay, they're not really that long. They're medium boys. They're longer than anything we've been working with recently, though. Did I ever watch Tales from the Crypt as a kid? You know, actually, I watched a very small amount of Tales of the Crypt, but I actually watched Goosebumps more. That Goosebumps was my jam. I also read a lot of the Goosebumps books. I don't honestly like as much as I remember them scaring the crap out of me sometimes as a kid because I was easily scared. But that's partially why I liked watching horrors because I was easily scared and I enjoyed the thrill. But yeah, I don't always remember, until I've actually am literally revisiting what I used to watch, I don't always remember the narratives of the stories for it as well as I, maybe some other people do. But I definitely, have seen, I think, way more of... What did I do wrong? That's why it's off-center. I thought it looked weird. I was like, this looks off-center. And it's because it is. It's because I skipped a step. Like an idiot. Oh, okay. Literally have to take every single piece off. That's how bad I messed it up. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, first things first. Boop. Then we do that. Now we do that. That. Oh my god, it's actually even this time. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? And then that does in fact go there. Boop, like that. A boop, like so. And then these last 2 pieces go. There. Take care. It was lovely to have you stop in, Steve. Good luck with your new job. I hope everything goes well, that it's not too stressful, and most importantly, that it's a really nice paycheck for you. Really hope it is. Oh, that's so fun, Tyler, that he watched that with you. That's so cool. Oh, that must have been so awesome. Neither of my parents were big horror fans, so while they did watch some things with me, I remember they watched, actually they watched some of the Japanese horror ones with me because they were actually introduced to us by a friend who really got me hooked on it. And a family friend. But some of the other ones, they didn't really, they never watched Audition for me, for example, or with me, which is probably good, which is probably good. I still can't believe my mind is so blown. To be fair, I do think it ended up in that $5 bin at Walmart or something at one point. Cause they were bringing over a whole bunch. There was this deal that they used to do on horror movies. I feel like, and I want to say Audition ended up being in part of that. I wonder if that's where you got it. When you bought it. All right, there's 9 of those, and then we need 5 of these little 1x1s. Okay. So that's gonna go there. We're basically recreating stuff on the other side. That's gonna go like that. Okay. Oop. I need that for there. Excellent. No, some parents are just like that, unfortunately. They just kind of, they're like, nah, my kid's into weird things. I'm not going to be into the same things. And then they won't necessarily share stuff with you, but at least they shared something. Oh, sorry. What I'm saying by the bargain bin is I'm like, they're still brand new. They weren't used DVDs or anything, but like they used to have these bins of like horror DVDs and it was like $5 each. And they did it with other like genres too. I just always remember looking at the horror bins because that was the genre I cared about. It was like, because there were comedy like ones as well. Like there was like, here's your comedy, here's your like family, here's your horror. And you could like, everything in there was like $5. It was like that era of stuff coming out on DVD. Does that go here? Yes, it does. No. Yes? No. Not at all. Angela, get it. Oh. Okay, well, we just dropped it, flung it wildly onto the floor. I'll pick it up later. I'm first gonna do this. Oop. Okay, so that goes like that. Then this goes there, and that one goes there. Okay, we did it. Correctly, I can read instructions. Sometimes. Okay, let me do that and that. Ah, I see, gotcha. Well, fancy. To be fair, I think that's what I paid for it too. Okay, so that's done, and that's gonna go here. This is a giant step up. We must be putting another, like we're probably gonna build some stairs or something into this spot here, if I had to guess. Heck yeah, I was correct. They're just big because it's a museum, and museums have large steps if you have ever been to one. Because they want people to come and learn. I do very much enjoy museums. Oh, looking so cool. Looking so cool. All right. We do need some of these L's as well, however. So that goes like that, and then like so. Coming along. We're making some really good progress. Oh, I am definitely building another huge building. I mean, it's a museum. Of course it's gonna be huge. Museums are always big, right? As it should be. Okay, so those go there. Then we need 13 of these. Understood. It's probably all of them. Oh, I'm throwing them onto the floor. As per usual. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Go figure. It is in fact all of them. 2 of those and 4 of those. Okay, cool. Let's build. Okay, so that goes like that. That goes like that. Round it here. And is this where we put, yep, another one of those. That piece identically over there. Hell yeah. I love when the build is symmetrical. It makes me feel cool because I'm like, I know exactly what I need to do now without it looking at the instructions even because I'm that badass. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Next. Two, 4, 6, and 7. 4, 7. And 1. Okay. Where do these go? Okay. Aha. All on this white place, this white section right here, which makes sense. You need to go through your DVDs and put them back on the shelf. You got them all boxed up when you were gonna move, but ended up moving, but ended up not moving after all. Is that what you mean? Yeah, I took a little break about 30 minutes ago. I think I'm okay on taking a break. If I really feel like I need to, I'll do so. But honestly, like the Lego streams are a lot less mentally challenging as well as me getting tired like socially. So I think we're good. We don't think we need to necessarily take another one. But if we find that we do, if I start getting like really ridiculous or something, slurring all my words or something like that, we'll swap. Oops, that's not where that needs to go. That's not where that needs to go. Hello, Kita. I see that you're back. Are you stepping on Lego with your little paws? That seems owie. Yep, I don't think she necessarily liked that. Silly girl. Okay, and now, so that goes there, there, that. I think we're almost done with this bag, actually. Kita, what are you doing? Are you being cute over there? Are you playing with plastic again? You just walking all over my plastic to make it crinkle, crinkle, crinkle? Do you need me to show you that you have food downstairs because you haven't gone down there without me? To know that you do, in fact, have food down there? Nice. And I think, yep, that is the end of bag 4. Let me show you what we're looking at. Very cool. Loving it. Just to sort of see it from this perspective. I believe this is the front. So that's our walkway in. We've got some nice flowers. I assume maybe we'll either have some statues like here in between these 2 flowers, or there'll be more like a tree or something, like maybe 2 trees on either side. I would need to look at the front of the box actually. I think it's gonna be at least a tree. I'm not 100% sure, actually. but we'll find out very, very soon. I'm not going to... Akita, what are you doing? What are you doing, sweet girl? Meow? Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna go feed her real quick. And I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Let me just go show her where her food is and maybe garnish it for her for just a moment. But she is like staring at me with pleading eyes. So I'm gonna go take care of her. I'll be right back, guys. Oh my God, there was poop everywhere. She wasn't complaining or whining at me because she wanted food, guys. It's because she had pooped massively outside of her box in 2 places. Ew. My cat is gross sometimes. Ew. My cat is so gross. But it at least explains why the heck she was whining at me so much. Ew. Gross. Okay, it's cleaned up now, though. It's fine. I've taken care of it. Blech. Let's move on to bag 2. Oh, don't worry. I have. I opened some windows. I have some fans going. It should be fine. It was just like I walked out and I was like smelling something. I went downstairs, saw some stuff, and then Chaos Cultist is like, did she poop? And I'm like, yeah, but I got it. And he's like, no, I don't think you did. I still smell it. And it turned out she pooped in 2 places. I mean, she did. She was sweet enough to come and let me know. She's like, Mom, I had an accident. My poor baby girl. My poor baby girl. Well, it's taken care of now, at least. And we can continue on with our delightful, calming Lego stream. Oh God, I can only imagine. Yeah, your guinea pig's probably like, I imagine they can probably make some big messes for you, huh? Ugh. It's one of the, I guess, things you gotta deal with owning a pet, right? We still love them, though. We still love them. I also grabbed myself a snack. Because I was feeling a little peckish and I knew it would take a little bit of time to get dinner ready later. All right, so I got those. I also need this little donut piece. So cute. I do love them. All right, where are we putting these? Somebody just left their donut on a bench? How rude. All right, so it looks like it goes over here. We start with this. Do that, and then that. You can't just leave food around in the museum. Don't do that. That's so very rude. Think of the people who work there. They have to clean up after you. I'm surprised I'm surprised the museum even let donuts be in there in the first place. Normally, I feel like when I go to museums, they're like, you can only have food in this one area, the food court, and nowhere else. Because we don't want children, primarily, getting their grubby little hands with food all over everything that's in the museum. Okay. I need 6 of these. And I'm gonna make this next thing times 3. And I don't think I've ever made stairs this way, but it's really cool. It's a little step. We're gonna do that 2 more times. I'm really glad. Aw, thanks, Havman. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you enjoy the streams. I try to make them entertaining. Keep things chill. I'm missing this one piece. No one panic. Nobody panic. We're all good. All right. Okay, so these are gonna go here. Okay, so there, and here. That's what those little black studs were for. Nice, love it, looks great. Two there, two there. Let me actually turn this the way that it wants it to be facing for the construction of this section. Because I kept having facing the other way, which was a little bit making me have to mentally work backwards. And I could fix that and not have it be a problem. Second one, and then two of these. There we go. Building up a little bit of a railing. Edge here. Lovely. I like these big builds. They're always fun. There's always lots of different things that you're doing, lots of different techniques that you're using. And then the final product is always generally very satisfying to see. Oh my God! This piece has a little amoeba printed on it. Can you see that? Probably not. Like, do you see the little amoeba? Oh, look at it! It's a little amoeba! Oh, so cute. Wonder if that's gonna go on like under a microscope or something? Oh my God, it is! That's so cool! All right, let's get there. Let's get there. We have some steps first. However, there are some steps we still must take first. Okay, then we do that. We use this white piece to do this. There should be a big white flat square. Here we go. You know, we don't have a sticker sheet in this, so everything should be ideally printed, which generally I think is how they tend to do the icon like sets. Okay, so we need this, that, a rod, because we're making toilet paper. Oh my God, they actually have a toilet paper piece. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. That is fucking hilarious. That is so funny. This goes like this. And then, oh my. Amazing. Amazing. Check out the toilet. It looks amazing. I can't believe there's toilet paper. I don't know if that's a new piece or not, but that is hilarious. And I am super charmed. And now we're gonna build something completely different. A table with a microscope on it. Where we will need one of these amoeba pieces. Yay! Little grippy hand. Do that. Nice. Put a little bowl here next to it. It reads as a telescope pretty well, if it would stop looking at my face. Like, I think it does well. And this goes on the opposite side of the toilet. So I'm assuming this is a little side research lab, maybe. I could believe it. I could believe it. No, neither did I. I had no idea they made actual like Lego toilet paper pieces either. Like I said, I think of all of the sets I've built, and I've built a number of like the modulars and the icon sets, but like I don't know if I've ever seen that before. It's really cute. Nice. God, my hair is like doing wild things right now. It is a mess. It's because I've been doing a lot of stuff outside in my garden in the morning, and I actually have a little bit more I want to do this evening because I want to finally transplant some of my other tomatoes that I started. I moved some of them already, but not all of them because the other ones were still growing. They're finally, I was so worried. This is totally random. Apologize if you guys don't care, but I was so worried about my peppers and my tomatoes, especially the tomatoes, because they hadn't started to have, when I thought they should have, their like true leaves come in. I don't remember what the name for the little like starter leaf is, but that I think it starts with a P or something like that. I don't remember specifically, but it had those show and nothing else had grown on it. And I was like, oh fuck, did I do something wrong? But no, they just took it a little while and now it's actually going and I'm very pleased. 2 of those, 4 of these, and 2 of those. Okay, here we go. I need to spin this again. So this is facing the correct way, and now I can actually start. Okay, then we're gonna do that and that, because there's probably gonna be a big old window here if I had to guess, which is why we're leaving the gap. Oops. Well, that didn't do what I wanted it to. At all. Oh, well, thank you, Luke. Just feel like it was clumping in weird ways, doing wild things. I still think I look like a little bit like an insane woman, but that's okay. I'll just live with it. I definitely just tried to put that Lego piece on upside down, and that is not how Legos work. Well, I mean, this particular Lego, because it is not that type. It's not inverse, but there are some technically that do that, but not this one. Still can't believe somebody just left their donut sitting out in this museum. How very rude. Yep. Okay, that's what I need. Oh! My telescope! No! It's fine. I fixed it. I just pressed way too hard on that little piece and it just snapped off, flew all over. Is that what it's called for all of them? Because I thought it was. Because like it seems like a lot of plants have sort of starter leaves, and I didn't know if that was specific to the tomato plant or if that was just the name for the starter leaves on like all types of plants. But yes, you are correct, I think. Three, 4. And I have 2 different types of tomatoes. So the first one was, I believe, called like slicer. Like they're specifically for sandwich slicer. So I think it's like that's like the name of it, or this is what it said on the ad or the thing that I bought. The seed packet is the word I'm looking for. And then the other ones, whatever Havman sent me, which might have just been like your heirloom tomatoes. I can't remember now, but I think I don't remember what you sent me, but I know I've grown them. Okay, so that, interesting, goes like that. And then we're gonna do the same thing here on this side. Okay, actually on all 4 of the sides. Lovely. Okay, so I've got that done. Now what do we do? Okay, so I need to do this 8 times 4 or 3, 4, 5. Yes, I think you're right. I think they were California tomatoes. I know they were like a slightly, they were also a like generic tomato, but for like specifically for California. You're absolutely right. I think that's what it was. But yeah, so I have 2 types. There's the first 4 and here's the second 4. All right, so then goes there and there. Oh, right. These also are supposed to go here, 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 and here. I'll just get them straight and aligned with the rest of the wall so that they're not askew. Because that really bothers me in Lego if they don't line up properly and it's not supposed to be that way. All right, there we go. It's a beautiful little windowsill that we've built. Oh, I wonder if that's where we're gonna put banners. It might be. It might be. All right, so then now I need 9 of these. Okay. 4 of these and 2 of these. I do appreciate how like cool this has been coming together so far. Like, I'm very pleased with how the outside's going along. Among the many seeds that you sent, I almost felt like I was sending too many. That did happen a little bit, and I did have to hold off on some of them just because like some of them need to go, like they need to sow in the fall rather than the spring. So there's some that I'll plant again, but for this season, I've planted all that I think I can manage right now. Which I think is honestly plenty for what I'm trying to do. Very, very excited that things are really taking off. Like I've been really enjoying getting my hands dirty with some gardening. What's also cool is Chaos Cultist also started doing a little bit of gardening, but he's doing it full through science. And by that, I mean, he's using a hydroponic system, and the herbs that he put in those, with the exception of one, all of them have taken off extremely well and are getting huge, and it's really cool to see. Like, I love it. All right, so that goes there. And that one goes there. And then we need 6 of these. So do that, that, and that. Let's kind of follow the existing shapes. Okay. Oh, ×2. Okay, 3 of those each. 1 of those each. 3, 3, 2 and 2. Need that. Where the fuck do these go and why haven't I used them yet? Crap. I'm literally looking to see if I even notice these anywhere. They're dark. Okay, they're... Oh, I see. I missed them on the bottom of this. Okay. Phew. Phew. It's like, please don't let it be like in the wall somewhere that I missed. That would be the worst. But no, thankfully, it is not that. I just missed it on this table. Bam. Okay, fixed. Fixed in the microscope. Looks great. Which means now I'm actually using all my pieces. And where does this go? Okay, I see. I see where this goes. I see. It's gonna go right there. Cool. Okay, now I think I can do this last step. So we're gonna start with one of these. And remember, Angela, it is ×2. It is ×2, so make sure you're doing this twice. So, ooh. Okay, so that does that. Ghost noises. Ooh. All right. We do that again. And put it on the opposite side. Oops, I skipped a step. I need to put that in between. And that in between. There we go. Continue that beautiful pattern. So we're making, I think, the like a marble, like plinth looking thing. So do that. And that. And then we are gonna make the bottom a bit. Is that what I'm doing? I think so. That goes like that, that goes like that. Yeah, and then that sits like so. Okay. And then that tan and red piece never gets shown because they go like that. Perfecto. That's what we're looking at. Oh yeah, no, exactly. I'm not like, even the losing the one was not even like that big of a concern. Honestly, I was really impressed that we only lost one. Oh my gosh, no, I was actually thinking like I need to go and get more of those starter boxes that you got me, because so I had bought myself the ones that are the material that like the plant's roots can kind of grow through, but they start to disintegrate over time because of the moisture, like from garden of watering them and everything. So Honestly, the ones that you sent have just been so much easier to use. Also, the nice thing is because there's a little tray they sit into and there's that gap in the bottom of all of them, I can actually just put water below and let them drink the water from there without having to constantly like over soak the tops of them. Like I still mist the top, but I've put like water in the bottom and just mist the plants on top so that their leaves get water, but they're not getting drowned. And I feel like it's been working really well. Like, especially now that they've sprouted. All right, I think we can probably get bag 6 done. I'm really proud of how much we've gotten done. Let me just find bag 6, because I actually only pulled out the first 5. This is it, right? Yes. Yes, it is. All right, this looks like it might be us building a lot more of the walls up. I have been talking to them. I've also sung to them a little bit because I've been told that singing to plants also works well. I remember the Mythbusters video that they did, or episode that they did, about what type of music might be best for plants. And ironically, I think in that, not that they like ever concluded saying that it definitely really worked well, but they did say that they think they had the best results from their heavy metal greenhouse. So that freaking tickles me so much. And so occasionally when I'm working out there, I'll put heavy metal on so they can listen to it. There we go, and 3 of those. All right, let's keep going. I'm not sure. I'm sure we have something that probably is a gel material, but I don't know if I've seen that specifically. And I do, so I have my my pitcher plant on some decorative stones set in water. And that's been doing pretty well. Although I'm worried she's getting a little too much sun, so I've moved her into a new location in the greenhouse. Oops. I was wondering why that looked weird because I accidentally overshot. There we go. Huzzah! Now it's correct. Okay, so I need 2 of these. One of these. And just 1 of those. Interesting, okay. So that goes there. Cool. Anything else? Nope, it looks like that's all that's in that step. So moving on to the next one. 4, 2, 1, another 4. Dropped it. And 7. 5, 6, 7. Do that. Do that. Then skip. pore spaces, and then the gap. Mind the gap, everybody. That gets to go there, there. Got it, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I moved it out of the sun and it's sitting in a fair amount of water, like for swampiness. And it does get humid in there, so I definitely feel like it's getting the mugginess of a swamp, but I think it was getting too much sun. So I've moved it and hopefully that will help. Although it is a pitcher plant, not a Venus flytrap. It's, yep. It is decorative to protect the base and to drain in the area. Exactly, Luke. I'll keep that in mind. Like I said, I haven't been pouring water over top of it, so I don't think the soil should be getting like ripped away in anything or anything like that. It should just like, it should be taking moisture from the bottom. Oh, I need to flip this around. Spin it to win it. And then we're gonna slide this door into this spot. Boop, the back entrance. Okay, and then we need to put 2 little windows in so that you can peek in and spy on people pooping, apparently. It goes towards the, it goes into the bathroom. I guess it's too tall for a minifig to be able to see into. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, so that's in place. Done. Six of these. That's exactly the number I had. Go figure. And I'm just gonna drop all of them too. Well, you know, slick plastic and they are round pieces. Although you think I'd be really good at holding on to round things. Long cylindrical things. That was innuendo if you hadn't caught it. I'm just being dumb, guys. You can ignore me. You can absolutely ignore me. I'm just being silly. Boop, 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 boop. All right, this looks like it's the entrance over top of the back way into the, like the employee entrance is what I'm guessing this is. Well, bam. Awesome. I apparently have not put up, what? Did I skip an entire row? Eight, 3, 2, 4. Okay, maybe I just... Yeah, I think I just did that real wrong. It's fine. It's all good. It's fine. Okay, hold on. I need to flip it so that it's... Okay, pretend the door isn't there and those windows aren't there. All right, so that goes there. That goes there, and then... Oop. Nope, that is the one that goes there, and then that goes there, and then this other one goes here. And that's the exact same thing on the other side. Okay. Okay, so that's that. Now we try to put the piece on upside down and realize immediately that doesn't work. We're gonna throw another piece very deliberately onto the floor. And holy guacamole, that looks better. And then now I can put this into place. And holy goodness, it actually sits the way it's supposed to and isn't randomly floating on top of other things, although I did miss that, so go me. Okay, now it's properly into place. It is so difficult, is it not? If you like Elden Ring, you might also really enjoy, although, you know, it might help you in your time of grieving, actually. Or it could not. So I'm going to give you a forewarning that the entire game is about death and grieving. But if you like Elden Ring and enjoy some of the difficulty of that, but also like turn-based gameplay, you might really enjoy Expedition 33. It is a beautiful game, fantastic music, and genuinely a phenomenal story. A little bit, sometimes some frustrating like fighting mechanics, at least that when I was watching Chaos Cultist play, like I noticed some. And I'm not very good about like parrying and dodging in those kinds of like games, and you have to do a fair amount of that in this game. And you do eventually have to get good at it. And I'm sure that I probably could, but in Chaos Cultist definitely did. He was kicking so much ass by the end. But in the beginning, there was like some struggle because there was some like off timing, especially with some of the like optional bosses, especially. Had some like weird telegraphing for like when you were supposed to actually hit the parry button or the dodge button or the jump button, depending. But if you like those types of games, if you like Elden Ring and you want something that's gonna have a challenge like that, have very similar, like not similar, but like interesting and otherworldly monster design, and also maybe just want to cry a little bit, Expedition 33 is definitely there for you. Definitely there for you. Okay, we got that done. Oh yeah, it's if you've not heard about it, people have been pretty raving about it. It's a French-based game. The team did an exceptional job on it. And it's really, really cool. Really memorable characters. Like, holy shit, some memorable characters. Also, really just cool world. And I love how it ends. I love how it ends. And that is as far as I will say, because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who's currently playing it or will be playing it. But just know, it's got a great ending. Spinneroonie. All right, so that goes there, that goes there. Wonder if we're getting near the second floor, or I don't actually know how this one works in regards to like it having a second floor or not. Those two definitely go there. Secure that in place. And then a few more of these. Yeah. Oh, and another door. For the bathroom, of course. There we go. There we go. Oh god, it's so cool. It's coming together. So pleased. That was my pleased dance. This needs to be ×2. I shall do it. I see why it was a ×2. We're securing our doors into place. Excellent. I also need that to go there along with a little bit of a fancy edge to it. Cool. Excellent. Nope, that is definitely not the right size. Just kidding. There we go. Some nice little banister, and then we need these two for the other banister, which is gonna go here and here. Excellent. Is that the end of our step? It is. Dang. All right, let's see, what time is it? 4:09. Well, we got plenty of time. Let's keep going. Eight, just in case we get to it. And it's 7, we got 14, 11, 13, 7. We might get through 2 more bags, which would be fantastic. But we'll see. Nice, you started another Baldur's Gate campaign with your roommates. Nice. Are you guys doing like an evil playthrough, a good playthrough, a gimmick playthrough? What kind of playthrough are you doing this time? You've been playing more bolt gun? That's awesome. Hey, don't worry about walking off edges. That happens to us all. Nothing to be ashamed about for that. As long as you're having fun with it, that's really what's important, and I hope that you have been. It's a delightful game. All right. Man's doing a little bit of tidying up. Oops. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. I didn't drop the broom onto the floor. Covering his little face. There we go. He's looking cute. Where did my first minifig go? Where did I put her? There she is. Our 2 workers at the museum, looking adorable. Okay, it looks like we're building a few, like an accessory, so I'm just gonna set this here. And we'll get started. I may even have a little note about the thing that I'm building here, so we'll get to that at the end. And I shall read it for you. I need one of these. Okay. Like so. Okay, so that can slide to one side or the other. I think we might be building a saber-toothed tiger skull, is what it seems like we're building. Oh, I like that there's like little rock. Oh my god, what a cool piece. Oh my god, this is so cool. It's a geode. I don't think I've ever seen this. I'm stuck to my chair. Ow. Here, check this out. Hold on, let me spin it. Oh, I just looked at the back. Okay, so you see how it's got the little exposed bits there? And if you spin it, it's got a full geode in there. Look how fucking cool that is. Oh, that's so cool. Hey, Chaos Cultist. Hold on, I have to go get Chaos Cultist. I want him to see this. I just want to show you this really cool piece.
Please,
it's a geode.
Oh, that's
like, look.
sick. Yeah, I have seen that before.
I've never seen this one before. That is so cool. Oh, really? Okay, that's so rad. They also, and I don't know if I've seen this before, but there's actually a toilet paper piece.
Yes.
I had not seen that before. That is fantastic. Or if I have seen it, I'd forgotten about it. Maybe I built it in like the Avengers Tower like ages ago or something, but it's wild. Dude, I understand completely, Tyler. I also really struggle to play evil when I have the option to do both. Now, if you want a game to play as evil, there are some that allow you to do it, but like they're specific. One of like, and this is a classic, and you can find a very, very good mod to make it run very well on modern computers, but like Dungeon Keeper and Dungeon Keeper 2, mainly Dungeon Keeper 1, I think is the one that has like the really good mod that I found recently. But Dungeon Keeper allows you to play like evil, and I really, really like that. There's also, I think you can go pretty evil in Dragon Commander as well, and it be successful. You can also be a total slut in that game, and it be very successful, and I love that about it. And goddamn, I wish they would make another Dragon Commander. I'm so sad that they canceled the version of it that they were gonna make. Oh, it's my one. So I have not finished Baldur's Gate 3, and I legitimately think one of my main holdbacks on it is the fact that when they were working on Baldur's Gate 3, they had announced and then simultaneously canceled like a year or something later a new Dragon Commander game that was supposed to be like basically a fusion of the OG Dragon Commander and Divinity Original Sin, because it's a Larian game. Both of these were Larian games, and they were basically bringing that together. And I was so excited because Dragon Commander so much, and gosh darn it, it didn't end up happening. And I was so sad. Okay, let me actually do this step from the correct starting point instead of jumping to the end, because I'm getting myself distracted because I've been doing this for too long at this point. Oh my god, a whip! How cute. Okay, stop getting distracted, Angela. What the heck? What the heck, Angela? Why can't I find this piece? I'm staring. There it is. I found it. That was frustrating. Okay, so I have that in place. Then we're gonna go ahead and put this here. Love it. We need 2 clear pieces. Okay. Okay, and then this needs a clip piece on the back. Then we flip it upside down, put the teeth in place, then we put this here. And we have a saber-tooth skull. It's looking at my face and not the skull. There we go. So cool. And, as it says, the saber-toothed tiger skull is another prized artifact in the Natural History Collection. Did you know their oversized canine teeth could measure up to 7.8 inches or 20 centimeters long? I actually did not. That is pretty wild. All right, this beautiful boy is gonna go here. Nice. I think that tooth is crooked. Hold on. There we go. Love it. Oh, dude, it's so fast paced too that I completely understand that why it might like take you a little moment sometimes to just like figure things out. I mean, I remember when I played through it, I had that exact same struggle. So like, totally get it. All right, so that's gonna go there. We also need to do this. Are we putting a poop? Oh my God, we're putting a poop in here. Yes, dinosaur feces. What I've always wanted to look at a museum. I mean, to be fair, if they actually had dinosaur feces at a museum, I do think I'd go and watch it or like look at it. All right, so that goes there next to the stairwell. So you absolutely have to look at the poop. Yes, this is in fact dino poop, fossilized dino waste. Coprolite can actually tell us a lot about a species' diet. The Bronchosaurus, for example, was strictly vegetarian. Oh my gosh, I would have never guessed that. That's actually really cute too. I do like the little snippets they put in there for, especially if you're doing this with kids or something, but also just fun facts if you didn't happen to know them yourself. But yeah, it is in fact dinosaur poop we just put in there. Delightful. Okay, so that goes like that, and then we're gonna put that there. Another wedge like that. This in the center, facing not the way that I, of course, put it on. Why would it go that way? It's the opposite. Okay, so, okay, that, because we're putting the whip. I wonder if that's a reference to Indiana Jones then. Do that, and then finally that one goes there, and then the whip. Maybe it's not a whip at all. Maybe it's supposed to be something else, but I'm not sure because that's what I just built. Oh, maybe it's supposed to be a fossil of like a helix fossil type thing. I bet that's what it is. I can see it. I can see it. Very cool. Oh, nice. Here, let me show you what our interior is looking like. So you can see the skull on the side, fossil, where the poop is. Looking great. Yeah, they don't have a snippet about that one. Oh, cool. We're going to build some nests. Okay. So do that. Another little table. And then we're going to put 2 little nests with a dino egg on it, which I just think is adorable. And I love this because they use hair pieces and sometimes shoulder pieces to create nests now. And I've been really enjoying that. On the Avengers Tower, they used a hair piece. On this one, it looks like they're using like a shoulder piece, which is cool. It would help though if I was doing this right. I think it goes like that. Oh my God, it does. Okay, There we go. And then this one, put that in correctly. Bam. There's that egg and a green egg. What came first, the dinosaur or the egg? We all know it is that every known species of dinosaur is believed to have reproduced by laying eggs. And this is gonna go here. Oh my goodness. I just completely popped those off. Well, let me fix that. Don't worry, I can fix it. Done. I just pressed way too hard on them. Okay, everyone, favorite dinosaur. I agree. What is everybody's favorite dinosaur? So I haven't looked at like, the last time I was super, super into dinosaurs was like when the OG Jurassic Parks were coming in. Oh, my audio transmitter is at 110%. Is that what that just said? Didn't, oh yes. Okay, doing so right now. Let me immediately just delete that. Because I don't need it. And I actually think I can delete all of these. Yeah. There we go. Should be fine now. All right. My audio sounds fine though and everything, right? Nothing like that changed. I just want to make sure. I don't think it did. It looks like it's still reading from this microphone and nothing. It is red, but it is still on. So I think that might just be getting low as well. Which is fine because we're actually going to probably end after this bag anyways because I've been super chatty and I'm getting tired. So I should probably call it soon. And we've actually gone through quite a number. I mean, the fact that we got the full plates built, this is like what we've done so far on it. Like, I'm very pleased. This might be like a 3-stream build, but I'm not super worried about it. I'm rather enjoying it, in fact. And I hope that you guys have been too. Yeah, I think after this, just because my batteries are in it and everything are getting low, we'll go ahead and end the stream. But that'll also allow me to get tacos started because I need to boil the chicken and all that. So I think it'll work out quite well. Oh, I think we might be building the gift shop. Considering I'm putting like mugs and little figures in here. I wonder if these are supposed to be like the or not the Eiffel Tower, the Statue of Liberty, because they're sort of that lime or the military green color, or that sage green color. Cute. I still sound great? Okay, perfect. Perfect. Oh, but going back to favorite dinosaurs. So I think personally I like velociraptors. I know that might be like a basic bitch answer, but that's how I feel. I think they're pretty cool. And I like that they like actually were supposed to have feathers. Like that's really neat to me. What about everybody else? Anybody else got a favorite dinosaur they want to share with the chat? With the class? Okay, so that then goes there. That is that. Beautiful. I think I might be building a cash register, but I'm not 100% certain. It could also just be a display piece. But I think it's a cash register. Oh no, it definitely is. Nice. Okay, there we go. Now what? Next. Still have not placed my little geode yet. And I still will not because it looks like I'm building a flame. There it is. It's like, where is this piece it wants me to have? Nice. And that goes there, and then we put the little flame piece on. And it's gonna go here. Let's see. Volcanoes are typically found over mantle plumes and meeting points of tectonic plates. Don't worry, this model is an active volcano is completely safe to explore. Oh, it's a little model of an active volcano. Cute. All right, so now I'm not 100% sure what I'm building. These highly detailed replicas of ancient pottery were created specifically for the museum by an artist living above the 10243 Parisian restaurant. Oh my god, that's so cute! I think that's referencing one of the other sets, which is really fun. I'll have to, let me actually look. 10243. Which one is that? Which one does that get tied to? 10243. Oh, I should probably put Lego set. Oh, literally the Parisian restaurant creator set. Cool. Oh, that's so cool. I love that they're tied into that. That's fun. So if you had both of those, you could have them like in the same city and it'd be really cool. Some beautiful pottery. Love it. Oh, and now we're finally going to put some of the rocks. Heck yeah. All right, so we put that there. This goes here along with this. I bet represents stalactites. No, mites. And then our geode. Sick. And then that goes in the window. Or against this wall, rather. Oh, I definitely did that wrong. Boop. Boop. Bam, okay. Oh, and it's supposed to actually face... I see, that's why I did it wrong, because it's supposed to face the other direction. So you can actually see the open side of the geode, which is cool. All right, these all definitely look like spare pieces. As part of this natural history collection... This is part of the natural history collection, really rocks. Oh my god, hold on, sorry. This part of the natural history collection really rocks. These types of quartz, geodes, and stalagmites have been collected from all over the world. As they say. You like the Brontosaurus the most? Nice. You've always been a fan of the T-Rex? Yes, I think the Flintstones pet dinosaur definitely counts. Wasn't that a Brachiosaurus, though? Really? You see an active volcano when you go outside and look to the east? That's really cool. All right, guys. Well, here is what we have built so far for our Lego museum. We've got some of our fixtures in place. We've got the whole floor and most of the walls for the bottom floor of the museum done, except for the front, which I assume is going to end up starting to have some like windows and stuff so people can look in, get enticed. But I think that is where we are going to call it today. I'm ending it a little bit early. but only because I am getting hungry and I want to go ahead and get my dinner started because, yeah, I'm just hungry. What can I say? I want to eat. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. We will be back with more Lego building next week if I don't happen to do some this weekend, depending on how crazy busy it is. But you can expect some fun content from me out later this week. Not only will I be playing some more Dawn of War Winter Assault over on my main channel this week, I will also be having a video about Fanime coming out and my experience at the con, in which I got to hang out with Shay a little bit, so you'll get to see her in the video. And then on June 1st, I do have a very special video coming out with Shay, but that is going to be exclusive on my VIP page. So if you're interested in that, you can absolutely check it out. I'm very much looking forward to it. We had a blast filming, and I really like hanging out with her and Seth. They're both very cool. So I very much appreciate them coming over, wanting to do stuff with us, and I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I hope you had fun on today's Lego stream and enjoyed the conversation. And yeah, I think we'll go ahead and call it here. Thanks everybody. I've been Angela, you've been watching Brick Night, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you never want to miss when I go live and if you really enjoyed the content today. Bye everybody.